Shalom. Hope everybody's doing good. Since I'm not at work tonight, I got my desk set up and I'm in the Word. That's the safest place to be at when you're in a crisis. Amen. But I got something I want to share with you from the book of Matthew, chapter 15, if you will. It says, Then came to Yeshua the scribes and the Pharisees, which were of Jerusalem, saying, Why do thy disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. But he answered and said unto them, Listen to his reply. Why do ye transgress the commandments of Elohim by your tradition? Let me ask you a question. In religious circles today that does not acknowledge Torah or teach Torah, are they transgressing the commandments of Elohim by their tradition? The answer is absolutely yes. Now drop down to verse 6. Thus ye have made the commandments of Elohim of none effect by your traditions. Now, let me ask you this right here. Look at some of the traditions that man has indoctrinated into religion that are not biblical. I mean, I'm just going to give it out to you straight, like Easter, Christmas, and Lent, All Saints' Day. Those are not found in the Tanakh, the Old Testament. It's not part of how the Father expects us to worship Him. They're man-made traditions. They have pagan origins. In verse 7, you got to catch this here. It says, You hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying. Now, he called them hypocrites because they were not worshiping him or the Father in the way they were instructed to worship him in the Tanakh. Verse 8 says, This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth. They honor me with their lips, but the heart is far from me. He gets a lot of lip service. Oh, I love the Father. I worship him. I go to church every Sunday. I give 1/10 of my income to the preacher. But that's false worship. That's false worship. You're giving him lip service because you're not going by his instructions. You're not worshiping him the way he wants you to worship him. But in vain, listen, but in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of men. I'm going to read that last verse again, verse 9. But in vain they worship me, teaching for doctrine the commandments of man. Let me ask you something. What you hold as truth, can you back it up with the scripture? There's nothing wrong with having tradition, as long as the tradition does not contradict the scriptures. And I see that in a lot of religious circles today. Oh, we're going to come here and we're going to worship the God, but we're going to worship God, but you don't follow his instructions and how he wants you to worship him. He has a problem with that. And I'm going to wrap it up with this right here. In Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20, he said, according to the Torah, according to the law, and to the testimony of it, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no truth in them. Now, they are the one that supposedly stand in a position of authority or leadership or in a teaching position. He is saying, if they do not speak in accordance to my Torah, it is because they have no truth in them. That's something to marinate in tonight. Be blessed till next time. Shalom.